possibly interrupt the party's participation in the governorship election. Governorship aspirants and supporters of the national chairman spoke out in support of the chairman.
An injury done to one is an injury done to all. We are hearing that Akpata is behind this. I don't know how credible it is. We are hearing that a lot of people, they are behind this. The state chairman is being arrested. The youth leader is being arrested. Democracy is on trial here in Benin. We are aware that a lot of people have imported guns into Edo State. They want to cause mayhem. The new beast must they get ticket of our party?
So I think that is something fishy. And I've said it before, there are some strange hands that want to truncate the Labour Party's election coming up on the 23rd February 2024. This is deliberate, and we will not allow that to happen.
Well, joining us now is the Director of Media and Publicity of the Labour Party, Yunusa TANKO. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you.
Thank you very much for having me.
These are very troubling circumstances. Seeing you here, I mean, with the videos out of what we're seeing happening to Julius Abure, the national chairman of your party. A lot of people actually expected the Labour Party to be above board. But what we're hearing about the national chairman, the allegations of attempted murder, conspiracy, a fraud, a forgery, and what have you, leaves a lot to be desired. Quite troubling for many who are looking up to Labour Party as the ideal.
Let me confirm what you just said as regard to people are looking forward to the Labour Party to be above board. If I take you back into history and time, the Labour Party is a conglomerate and ownership by the Nigerian Labour Congress and the TUC. So we are a disciplined political party. So you're not far from the truth, what you are saying. So for us, if you remember, the former chairman, the first chairman, Dan Wanya, is a Labour man. A. Salam is a Labour man. Julius Abure is a Labour man, including my humble self. So we are a disciplined political party. Unfortunately, some of the internal mechanisms that we put in place to fact check all of these particular allegations were not allowed to play out. We're not allowed to play out at all. The internal mechanism of the party is very, very clear. No single person is above discipline in the Labour Party. No single person. But of course, you can't shave a man's head behind his back. You must deal with this issue based on the provisions of the constitution of the party. No matter how bad you feel about certain issues, allegations can come from different angles. And that is the reason why our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, has said that he's even calling for an independent auditing based on all of these allegations. That is to tell you that we are all together. Today as we speak, all the National Working Committee members, everybody, as directed by His Excellency, all of them are there in Edo to ensure there is clarity and probity in the processes in which they administer the primaries. And then today, we just find out that 2 days before the primaries of the Labour Party, you are arresting the chairman, and under a very appalling situation. Well, what does that say of our democracy internationally? You see a chairman of a political party and you're hauling him down on the street like that, it doesn't make sense. Well, no matter what the accusations are.
When you spoke, when you spoke about internal mechanism, yes, one wonders why your party is just speaking now. If you recall, there's been a series of allegations. So now we're not getting to where the police is on this matter about forgery. One from Plateau State, you must have heard of Johanna Magif, who accused Mr. Abure of forgery. There's also that of Splendor Okoyeze in Ebonyi State, who also accused him of forgery, and another gentleman who also did same in Edo State, saying that, look, you put our signature on documents saying that we're pulling out of this race when actually we aren't. Your party was silent on that. Perhaps these are build-up to what we're dealing with at the moment before the police is apprehending Mr. Abure in possession of a firearm?
Possibly you are not on this desk at the time in which I addressed that particular matter. Right here on this table. I was one of the people that addressed this particular matter, and I brought documents to showcase whether you allegedly that Abure did forge one signature or the other. So we spoke. In fact, to a point in which we also said that these cases are already in court. And of course, there's forensic investigation based on the matter to confirm whether there was actually...
You said internal mechanism. So,
yeah, I'm giving...
so this doesn't fall within internal mechanism.
No. The internal mechanisms were for investigation within the party. Okay? And then the investigation within the party also gave us the room to come and publicly publicize what we are doing to confirm whether there was indeed a forgery or not. And then that was also taken off our shores back to the table of the police, and up till now this particular case is still in the court.
So exactly when did the process of investigating through your internal mechanism to determine, you know, these allegations, whether they be true or not, when did you start that? And I mean,
right immediately when there were allegations. Even
how far back now?
I think it's just a couple of months ago.
Okay.
It's just a couple of months ago. But you see, the problem is that before they could deal with one issue, they come up with another issue. So we feel it's like a choreographed and a calculated attempt to bring disdain and disrespect to the party. So if you notice it, the trend is going gradually.
Who wants the party to look bad? Who really wants
to
look bad?
Oh, we have oppositions, for crying out loud. People, we are moving and we are generating a lot of interest from the Nigerian youth. People believe in us. And so that particular trend is causing a lot of sleepless nights to those who in power. So they will do...
Are you saying Julius Abure, the chairman of your party, who's embattled now, is totally above board? No. I mean, if you say you set the ball rolling on investigations about some months back, and to date you really haven't come out with a clear report that exonerates Julius Abure from these allegations.
Remember, at every point in time, the National Working Committee will come out with a statement as regard to every allegation that was being made on the chairman. And even if you are giving him a fair hearing, you could see that when he was explaining some of this particular thing, some people were not even informed about some of the happenings that took place.
On the case of the Ebonyi Plateau, Edo State, I came across some piece somewhere where Julius Abure actually claimed that all of these gentlemen you're talking about were placeholders. Is that exactly what they were? Did they understand that they were placeholders in the first place?
Let me give you a story of that of Splendor.
Right.
Splendor,
because they are the ones claiming that Mr. Abure forged
they were actually
placeholders.
Placeholders. They were, and they know of it that they were placeholders.
So in other words, your party didn't carry out any internal investigation because they said they were never invited. And so you can see the build-up. The thing here is that, and that's why Ngozi is asking if Mr. Abure, with due respect, is above board. If you feel that your party is so loved by Nigerians and Mr. Abure seemed to be the drawback for your party, why do you have a mechanism to actually, reach out to Mr. Abure and say, wait a minute, can you be excused, step aside so that we can actually have someone on the saddle?
Confirming what I said as regard to the issue of discipline to every member, nobody is indispensable in the Labour Party. And that was the reason why, to ascertain this particular fact, in case if possibly that maybe there is some kind of a conspiracy within the working committee, His Excellency just told you that he called all of them that were going to be an independent investigation. That is to tell you how strong we feel about any kind of corruption and malpractices within the system. It's totally unacceptable.
Is it likely that this may just be about the governorship aspirant of the Labour Party in Edo State? There seems to be one outstanding one. But they're saying that he may not exactly be the one who your national chairman prefers right now. Does this have anything to do with that?
As far as I'm concerned...
Could it be that the challenge is coming from within the party itself?
No, I don't think there were any issues as regard to candidature of the aspirants within the party. As we are concerned, all the National Working Committee are going ahead with their primaries. There's nothing stopping us from going ahead with it. We cannot be intimidated because the chairman has been arrested. No, we'll continue until we get to that destination. That's what makes us stick. Because whatever they throw at us, we throw it back at them. We try to build up and all. Look, there is no political party. Every individual can be accused of anything as long as if you deal with the matter. We are even more credible because we are in the public domain. Any one of them, I challenge any of the other political parties to come up in this kind of way and then defend themselves if they have. But we are even more open for credible interrogation, and people can investigate us and find out.
And you say the primary will still hold in
Oh,
Edo
definitely,
State.
by the grace of God, it will hold.
It's a fine place for us to leave it. Eunice Tanko, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for having me. God bless.